What is up, legends? We are back. Another week, man. This week went by really fast. I know we say stuff like that all the time, but this week was like, wow. Why is there no... Hello? Why is there nothing on the right-hand side? No, well, never mind. So it's another episode of HypeWatch, where basically in HypeWatch, what we do now is we talk about stuff that's happened during the week and the games that is coming up. And just, hype in general. Plus, I give you some personal anecdotes at the end. And this week is basically going to be about why it's bad to buy views on YouTube. And I had this question presented to me because there's a lot of dead channels right now, and people are like, dude, what happened? People gave up in the pandemic. But there's a reason why there's a lot of dead channels right now. It's mainly something that YouTube changed that made it harder for people to actually just, buy views and then get a lot of money from buying views. They made a big major change in that, and that's what killed a lot of these channels, especially a lot of the channels that are gaming channels, because it seemed like the gamer channels were the major ones doing it. But the most successful ones doing it was the IRL channels, like the in real life channels, like all of those fashion mobile people like that. That's what you see all these channels with 1 million subscribers, and they have like 1,000 views per video now and can't hardly get anybody to watch. That's the main reason why. But let's go in. Let's talk about the main thing. Now, the reason why I'm showing this particular video is because if you look at the title right here, this is major right now. Tencent is West publishing this game. Now, this is an excellent game. It's pretty cool. It's probably going to be like the next hype when we get to actually play this. Is grid-based, so you already know people love grid-based games for some reason. Not that I have anything against it, because I play World of Visions, and I don't really cover it a lot because that's just one of my games I just play because when I want to chill. But this game right here coming up is going to be pretty lit. It's going to be pretty late, and the reason why I'm talking about it is Tencent's never Western published before, never self-Western published before, but recently, if you guys have been following gaming news, Tencent has been buying a bunch of companies, a bunch of English companies, because they're trying to make it so that they have a Western publishing system going on. And if they're going to start doing that, there is a lot of stuff that's going to be coming that's going to be lit. The first thing that came to mind was the one that I cover, Street Fighter Duel. That game is absolutely amazing as a gacha game. For everybody who's a Street Fighter fan, that game is completely amazing. It just needs to be global. There's no reason why that shouldn't be global. It will have all the FGC, and it will have everybody who's not even a Street Fighter fan in it. They got characters from all different series. They got Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, even crossover characters and original characters in that game. There's no reason why that shouldn't be global now. So Tencent, get on it. You got the Western publishing people in place now. You're going to be doing it with Alchemy Stars. Just do it. The next thing that they have is Naruto Mobile. Naruto Mobile, both versions, whether it be 3D mobile and the 2D mobile, both of them are amazing games for Naruto. They're literally the best Naruto games in the world. No, none of the rest. No Strikers, no Shippuden and all that. No, those two games are the best Naruto games as far as the franchise that kept it true. They have a real true manga art in those games, including manga visuals. Just do it, Tencent. I know you watch me. Do it. Anyway, so on to the next one. Ni no Kuni. Now, Ni no Kuni, a lot of people confused on what Ni no Kuni is. And essentially, if you play the Dragon Nest games, especially the Dragon Nest mobile games, it's pretty much going to be just like that in the Ni no Kuni world. So this is kind of like Ghibli type of art, like Studio Ghibli. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be hype. It's coming soon. So definitely look out for it, because it's going to be one of those games where you definitely are going to get engrossed in the world. And they do a good job of storytelling in Ni no Kuni, especially with the way the art looks. So I am looking forward to that. Arc the Lad. Actually, let me, before we go to Arc the Lad, I'll let you guys see it in general. It's kind of strange overall that people fell in love with this art, because when I first seen this when I was younger, I was like, bro, what is this? Everybody looks weird. But it grows on you and you start to appreciate it for what it is. And it's a really kind of aesthetic so to speak, that you kind of generally, you want to look at it, you want to, you know, do your thing and have fun in it, and yeah, it's going to be good. So definitely look forward to that one. So the next one, like we saw previously, Arc the Lad. Arc the Lad, I'm on the fence about this. I don't know if this is going to be a hit global or not. It definitely is another grid type of base, but it's very small grids. The fights are super quick. The characters are chibi as well, and I know some people have reservations against chibi characters and don't like chibi characters, but it should be fun. It should be at least fun, and you get in there, collect your waifus, collect your OP type of characters, and I've heard the story is actually not that bad in this, so might be something to take a look at and care about. All right, so next we have Genshin. All right, so Genshin 1.5 is coming out now. Genshin's in an interesting place right now because it's starting to get to the place, let's pause it right here. It's starting to get to the place where it's becoming big enough that you won't be able to do everything in a day, or you won't want to do everything in a day. And that's where Honkai has run into a problem, because Honkai is so large that you literally, it's a job playing Honkai. It's a legit job playing Honkai, and Genshin is starting to reach that type of point because that's just the way that the developers are. And now the thing in 1.5 that interests me is literally this right here. You can make your own housing, and if they probably will do this, hopefully they will, if they have your characters that you have picked up and summons running around this world right here and populating it and having fun in it, like you really truly have Lisa running around here, Noelle, and well, keep the owner, but if you really have these characters actually chilling and running around in here and populating it, that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be lit to see all the characters that you have, you know, moving around and enjoying themselves, and like look at it. Like, bro, that's gonna be pretty cool. I gotta say, look at Sanji chilling. Eh? He's one of my favorite male characters because he's a god, but he's lonely. It's like, you know, dog, I've been living forever. The people I was chilling with, they all dead. Man, this sucks. All right, why I gotta be all bored out here? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This game continues to get better. What it needs to do is do something about its end game. The end game, the way that the artifacts are actually set up, they just need to. What we need is we need the ability. I guess I'll just leave it. We need the ability to actually edit our artifacts and not to be constantly just farming and trying to go for like a 1% increase in DPS, because it's just boring, and that's what kind of killed it on Twitch right now. People are still kind of okay doing the stuff like this, and we're not going to talk about YouTube because there's a bunch of view cheaters in this bracket on YouTube, and we're going to talk about that at the end, why that's such a problem and why this game literally is the easiest game to get views in and get partnered on Twitch, but the hardest game for somebody just coming in to actually, you know, do well in, because of the bar has been set so high because of view cheating. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. All right, so go ahead in. All right, so where we're at now is at the part of the video where we talk about what happened over the week. Now, as you can see, Tyrannical just recently went global launch. This game is about the epitome of let's just make a game that is completely idle. Completely idle. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is go in, play the game, and 100% be an RPG manager. You're going to manage everything. You don't have to do much but manage everything. You have to manage it well, though. You're not going to automatically win. But like I was telling you guys in previous videos and course of time, people like these types of games, and this is probably the ultimate idle game right now. Other than Devil Book. Devil Book is pretty good out there, but this is probably the ultimate idle game, and people are vastly enjoying it. As you can see, the views are going up for this video, even though I did this video as a first impressions, in-depth first impressions on, you know, how the game is, and I kind of like went through a lot of things in it And that's the reason why people are, why it's getting so many views right now, is because a lot of the, it's about to show me an ad, isn't it? It is. Just show the damn ad. And I already seen this ad, so I ain't watching it. Get out of here. So as you can see, you just go through, and I showed a lot of the game, a lot further than the game. See, I'm at a level 154 and everything else. So this is kind of like why people are watching. People are saying, hey, this isn't that bad as like kind of like an idle, RPG manager. Like we just really need to just start calling that a genre, RPG manager, because it's not truly idle. You're really more managing your character, and your character's playing for you. The AI is playing for you. But this one isn't a bad version of that. It's kind of cool. If you're into that type of thing. It's not really my cup of tea, even though I played it. Still pretty interesting to play through and get stronger and to watch yourself go through the story. And it's a lot of cool attacks and things that you get in the game. So that's kind of like why it's taken off the way that it's taken off. Next up, we have Electronic Battle Century. All right, I have an interesting story to tell you about this. Electronic Battle Century actually is being paid attention to by Bandai, and not for shutting it down. They're actually paying attention to it. There's a rumor that they pretty much want to buy it. Bandai, if this rumor is true, do it. Get somebody to control it, put it back in the actual Digimon's name where it belongs, and you got money on your hands, because this is the best Digimon game like ever, period. All the Digimon games you made, except for I think it's like Cyber Sleuth on like PlayStation 4 or 3 or something like that, all the rest of the Digimon games is garbage, including the one that's on Steam. Even though I still play the one on Steam every once in a while when I get the itch for some Digimon. But this is the best Digimon game ever. Bandai, just buy it. Buy it and make money off of it. That's all. That's literally all you got to do. Buy it, make money off it, let it be there forever, and everybody will be happy. Just don't make it too pay to win. Like, take some pay to win out. If you guys, because I used to be chilling, having that Bandai Namco sponsor. What, an ad, really? I wish you could cut it off sometimes. Anyway, if you guys see this video, I will be happy to consult on this. I'll be happy, freely. You understand? You don't have to pay me anything, just to tell you guys how to make this work, because there's no reason in the world why this should be bootleg right now. Just buy it, and everybody would be super happy, because this game is amazing. There's no reason for all this. Sometimes companies don't use common sense. Buy it, make some money off of it. Then y'all don't have to worry about anything. Get somebody to control it. Get some devs in here to keep going on past it. Get all of the past seasons into this and put content into it. You good to go. This is like a no-brainer for Bandai right now. You a $1 billion company, get on it. Anyway, now, Ascension League. This one was interesting. This one is interesting because it's gaining a bunch of views and likes now this week. And I particularly, when I did this, you guys know I'm not a major idle game fan, especially when it's vertical like this. I'm not with it. It reminds me of so many different things, and it's just weird. So here's the thing. This game, for whatever reason, people are really getting into this. We don't have a million games like this. I think what happens is people play each one and they get tired of it, and then they move on to this other stuff. They just move on to here and say, hey, let's just mess around and play this game. Hey, this one seems okay, let's play this one. This one seems okay, let's play this one. I don't get it, because this is no different than any of the rest of them out there. It is polished, don't get me wrong. They got a lot of sound acting and the game runs at 60, which is cool. It doesn't have to run at 60. It could just be at 30 and be just fine, but it runs at 60 relatively great, and people are enjoying it. So I'm just going to point it out if you guys want to try it, want to play it, and yeah. So last is The Walking Dead. Now, The Walking Dead, here's something interesting. Again, I got an email saying, hey, would you like to do more videos on The Walking Dead? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I answered I'm not that interested in this type of game, mainly because it's vertical. If it was horizontal, if we was in some landscape, maybe. Really? Golden Nugget? I have never looked at a Golden Nugget ad. Why am I getting that? Anyway, I've never actually been into any of these types of games. This is not an idle game. This is basically like a base or town builder type of thing, but it's along the lines of the storyline, and it's actually kind of cool. If there was a game like this, I would play this. I would honestly play this, but it needs to be landscaped. I'm not feeling the vertical. I think I could force it into landscape and see how it looks and see if I feel differently. But as far as town builders or base builders, you gotta defend, and they tend to be highly pay to win. And it might be the most pay to win in the mobile genre. And the main reason is because like you literally have like safe times where people can not raid you, but then when they can, and you got all these whales coming in who are super powered, who got legendary characters who just stomp your base into the ground and take your shit and leave. And that's very frustrating, and it's like almost impossible to properly combat that, like unless you actually whale yourself. So I'm not that interested in all that, even though the video is doing relatively well on the channel. It's just not a me thing, you know. If you guys YouTubers who may be watching this, you want some video to get into or a game to get into where you can get some views and probably take off, this is probably it. The Walking Dead, especially with the show going on and everything else like that. This is easy views right here, just for anybody watching. If like, you know, that's what you want to do. All right. Speaking of views, this is the final topic of the video. Again, like we get personal right here. YouTube made a change, and I said in that video, and people started paying attention. And when I said this in the video, YouTube made a change. There's two ways to buy views on YouTube. It's the legal way and the illegal way. Now, the legal way is promote your video. There's literally a tab for that. It's kind of expensive, and like when you promote it, you could give them like $30 or $40, and they literally promote your video. Like your video will appear on the right hand side. See like where Maximilian Dude is, and then you got like my mix right there, but that's automatic. But then right there, I watch Max a lot, so pretty much that's what is gonna be populated there. However, if say somebody buys say somebody promoted this video, not me in general, but somebody promoted their Walking Dead video, it'll literally be right there. Like it'll be the first thing right there. It doesn't say promote, they don't do that anymore. It'll literally be right on top of that. It'll be on top of the search engine. They will not have to do any type of SEO, search engine optimization, or anything else like that. It's going to be right there if they paid to promote it. Now, the illegal way is going to one of those buy and view sites where they cheaply, like kind of like cheat. They'll have literally like 1,000 computers, and they'll make the 1,000 computers watch your video for like $5 or something like that, $5 or $10. I don't know the exact pricing, but I know it's cheaper than YouTube. They do that on purpose, so they take the money away from YouTube, which is why YouTube says that that's illegal. They don't like that, obviously, because the YouTube wants you to do it with them. They want you to hit that promote button on the video and pay YouTube to essentially promote your video and negate all the money that you make on the video. Basically, like you paying them $30 for them to promote your video, so your video makes $30, which I always thought was the dumbest shit ever. But that's why the illegal companies make money, because now you're only paying $5, $10, and your video will do essentially what the promote does, but now you're up $20 to $30, which is why YouTube doesn't like that. Now here's the problem with both versions. What essentially happens when you buy views is you kind of like condition your YouTube channel and the system and the algorithm of your channel to always be looking for that. So in SEO, if you average, let's say 10K a video, and you've been, whether it be promote or the illegal promote way, if you condition your channel to always see around 10K, when you don't do that anymore, or you're broke and you can't promote anymore, what ends up happening is that YouTube says, well, damn, you average 10K, but this video doing like 500, 1,000 views. What essentially happens is the system says you suck. And I'm not trying to be mean, and that this is just the way YouTube works. It literally says you suck. We're not sending this out to people. We're not promoting this to people, which is why you see you see YouTube channels with 100 to 1 million subscribers that have videos that do 1 to 2K. And you're like, well, how the hell does that happen? They literally have 100,000 or a million subscribers. Why is this happening? Why are they not? Because the system is waiting for you to pay money. Literally, the system's waiting for you to pay money or promote your video, and then it'll be like, okay, we'll send it out now. That is what's called vampire YouTubeism. That's literally a term. If you can look it up, and people have done videos on it before. And what you've done is essentially killed your own channel, basically, which is why you see people like they're not really doing it anymore. They quit, or they just never come back, or they try to come back and it's just never the same. It's because you literally, and you're stuck that way for a long time. You have to literally start your channel over again and build yourself back up again as if you have no subscribers at that point, because you have to force the SEO out of what you initially started. And if those videos are conditionally always doing views, like let's say that you had like 1,000 or so videos, let's say if I was doing that, you guys clearly see like I do like whatever my videos do is what I do. Like you see I have this puzzle comment one that shit did 864 views. I don't necessarily do videos always gain. Like I'm just trying to do coverage. And then sometimes, like in the case of, I'll make an example. In the case of like this, initially, back when I did this in March, it did like 1,500 views. And now it's up to this because people are starting to watch it. The same thing with this, because it's getting press because people are starting to actually watch it. The same thing now with Gynical. Like you see, I did this the 31st. And now it's getting views because they global launched. And this is legit way that YouTube works. It's not normal. I'm gonna let you guys know. It's not normal when mobile Android games get 100,000 views. That's not normal. It's not normal when they do 50 to 100K. It's just not, because there's not enough people watching. Like that, mobile Android games are not like PC games where it's worldwide. A lot of gamers don't even respect Android games, and you guys know that. So when you start seeing these ridiculous amounts of views on videos, and you're looking at the channel and it's like 50 to 100K, so like that there's something major wrong right there, or they promoted it. That's just the reality of the situation, or it got posted somewhere on Reddit. But when you consistently see that, that's when it's the problem. When you consistently see that, and then you notice that the person goes on hiatus. Now, if you have 100 to 1 million subscribers, even if you go on hiatus, YouTube will still promote your channel if you legitimately earned it. But if you go on hiatus and all of a sudden your channel literally drops to like 1 to 2K, and you had that much, you were cheating. I don't know what else to tell you. At the end of the day, when it comes to that type of stuff, that's legitimately what happened. And the reason why that's bad is because what that does is that screws the rest of the community. And that sets the bar so high. And getting to Genshin, That's the problem in Genshin right now, is that too many people were doing that. They were either promoting legit or cheating. You don't know which one, so we can't say which one. But the bar is set so high, and the algorithm is set so high in Genshin for people doing like 100 to 1,000,000 views on Genshin videos, that if you do a Genshin video right now as a newer person, or even a person trying to get in, it will take you a months, or maybe even a year to actually get noticed. Because if you are not promoting yourself or buying fake views, just don't even bother. And that's why you see a lot of people who just stop doing Genshin videos. It's not that Genshin is a bad game. It's just that there's no way that you be able to keep up with the way that the bar has been set in Genshin. It's just not worth it. At the end of the day, you just might as well go do something else. And it just is what it is when it comes to that. So sadly and unfortunately, that's why it's a bad thing to buy views like that. It's just overall really not good for everybody. It causes a lot of grief to people, and I personally I'm just not gonna ever do it. I'm not gonna ever do it, to be honest with you. I don't see a point, because you're giving money away to actually make money, and it makes it harder for you when you don't have the money to keep promoting like that. When I realized what promoting does, that's when I was done. I was like, I will never do this. I read it, and then if you look at when you hit the promote and the guide and the help guide, it literally tells you what it does. It says literally that, once you start doing this, like, it increases, and you literally, it's like buying press for your channel. And once you stop buying press, then it's going to still continue to keep looking for press. So I hope that everybody understands that and why that's a bad thing. And not that I'm expecting anybody to actually listen, but it's in their own best interest as a YouTuber, especially, not to do that. So unless they have the market or something forever. Now, companies do that crap all the time. Like, they have the market for that, and they get write-offs like that. So to be honest with you, when you use to promote the legal way, you can write that off. So there's a thing for you right there. So all the money that you spent on the promote button for the whole year, you literally can tax write that off. So up to you. You can continually do that, but it's like a drug. It's literally like a legal drug on YouTube. Like, you're stuck doing it at that point. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary, peace, and see you soon.